So this is the module, the client for my home automation system that actually will control my garage door. Not quite finished. I want to drill out this cover plate and so you can access the buttons, so you don't have to open this up if you want to reprogram the remote and stuff. But basically, it's this. This is a store-bought universal garage door remote. The controls is pre-programmed to my garage, which is why I want to leave this accessible, so it's not like that. You could change it if you need to. Basically a transistor circuit. This is kind of a rat's nest, but it's secured. I use breadboards a lot instead of perf because I change this stuff a lot, and then when I finalize it, I end up just hot gluing it and calling it a day. But if it was something critical, I would make it a little more permanent. But this works. So it's the breadboard. Circuit is just a transistor to control the switch. It just simulates a button press on the switch, and then power and ground connections for this guy to run. This was on a button cell, so a little 3.3 volt battery, and the 8266 can do. It runs on 5 volts, so this was fine. The circuit worked out. This is just a salvaged. I think it was a cell phone charger that I just took the. I cut the end off and wired it up for this guy. There's an 8266 in here, and that's really it. This is running code that connects to my Wi-Fi, listens for a connection on its IP address with a get parameter that has garage command in it, and if it detects that, it closes this circuit and it opens the garage. When this guy's connected to my Wi-Fi network, it's listening for commands in the syntax that the web service sends that I talked about in my other videos where I described how the web service works and showed some of the code there. It's super simple. What I think is really cool about it is it would run without a web service. If I go to my browser and type in the address, this one is fixed to .16 on my local network. If I just go to 192 to .16 and then do / garage equals true, this will activate and it'll open garage. What's really cool about that is I could do, it's a really cool like a weekend project. Anybody could do this, and you don't need a web service and all of the other infrastructure to run this particular device, which is true for all of these, but this one's super clean and I think it's a cool project. So I might do a detailed video with an Android app I wrote that lets you manually type in and save the IP address that this guy has and into the app, and then whenever you want to come home and open your garage, you just got to connect to your Wi-Fi network, which your phone does automatically, and then you can open and close your garage. So it'll just be direct communication between this and your phone, and it'll only work on the local network, which is how the security aspect would come in. I think that'd be a cool weekend project video. Super easy. I mean, the most expensive part by far is the universal garage. This is like $35, and I think you could probably get one on the internet for cheaper. And then project enclosure and the 8266, and then it's programmed with the Arduino IDE. So I might walk through a video how to do that, but this is my first goal for this. This is what inspired this whole project. This is what I wanted for a home automation system, and then all of the rest of the stuff kind of has been just cascading. But started off with this. This is super simple client, and I'll demonstrate it real quick. So to demonstrate what I was talking about with the circuit and how you could control it directly without having to use a web service, which I think just makes it a good kind of weekend project, something quick you could do. I'm just going to go to the IP address of this directly. Now, this command garage equals true is in the syntax that the web service uses, so the web service, anything that tells the web service to make this command, pass this command to this opener would work, but you can do it with the browser as long as you're on the local network. And the Android app I wrote for the weekend project version of this lets you hard code this through the apps interface and then use it whenever you want. But yeah, so this is the 8266. It's on, it's booted, and if I just refresh the page here, as soon as it kind of loads, a little slow, but it works. There it goes, kicks on, opens garage for us. This circuit is kind of the basis of how most of these clients that I wrote or built or whatever work.